K-Trend Monitoring Office. How can I help you? And back joining us in the studio for K-Trend Monitoring Office is David. David, what's up, buddy?
Hello, everybody.
What is that?
I'm just making a change. I'm just saying hi to the camera.
Whoa, what is that?
Just switching it up a little bit.
Yeah. Caught me off guard, man.
Yeah.
You are now approaching your mid-30s. You're not in your mid-30s yet.
I am in my mid-30s.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're 92?
34. 35.
Yeah, you're almost there. Almost
Okay.
there. 34, you're almost there. If there's anything that you regret not doing when you were younger,
Oh.
what would it be? Do you have anything like that?
Regret not doing younger. Meeting more girls?
Why didn't you meet more girls?
I don't know. I was just a very nice, introvert Christian boy, I guess.
Really? You're not an introvert. No, you're not.
I am an introvert, actually.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What's your MBTI? Did we talk about
I am
this
an
before?
INTP. Yeah, I am an introvert. Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah.
Wow, we're one letter apart.
Yeah.
INTJ,
So,
INTP.
I mean, like, it's weird that you ask because, like, I normally just stay in my room because I'm an introvert, but I got dragged out, like, the day before to go to Itaewon and party. And that happens once in a blue moon. And I got reminded, like, oh, maybe I should have done this more often in the old days.
Interesting. Okay. Well, at least they drag you out. That means they like you.
Yeah.
You're a popular guy.
Yeah. I'm blessed to have those kind of friends. Yeah.
Well,
I guess.
that's interesting because you have either one or the two. Like, I partied enough
Okay.
that my sort of regret is that I didn't travel enough.
Oh, yeah.
I found the beauty of traveling very late in my life. Got married, honeymoon. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
So I wish I wanted to travel more, which goes into today's sort of topic.
Yes.
Kind of. What are we talking about?
So we are traveling to the quiet corners of the Korean peninsula, the small towns, the hidden valleys, the coastal villages, and for the we always talk about the MZ generation, right?
Yes.
The young Korean generation, to them, the most hip place nowadays is not luxury rooftop bars, nor hotels, nor pop-up stores or anything. It's a 30-year-old traditional house in the middle of a garlic field in rural Korea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard of 촌칸스,
Yes.
right? Where it's like 촌 is like country.
Yes.
Vacation. People are going to like the vacation spots. They're finding these hidden sort of gems.
Yes.
That's the thing. It's tough to call it a gem sometimes because I guess it's the beauty of the beholder, but I mean, you could say that it's beautiful. You
Yeah.
can say that it's a gem. However, it's very minimal. And so what we're going to talk about is how we sort of went from, and I guess it kind of leans into what we talked about last week as well, but how people went from flex
Yep.
to fix, why the why the young people are heading to the countryside.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to do like a psychological analysis on this, but just to look at the statistics first.
Yeah.
You just mentioned the word 촌캉스. We've covered a similar word before in one of our episodes related to 호캉스. That's hotel plus vacation, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
this is like 촌, which is rural village plus vacation. So in a 2025 survey, nearly 56% of Korean travelers reported seeking out local markets and hyper-local food experiences over well-known tourist restaurants. So they're not going to these Michelin grade restaurants. They're intentionally going to very obscure areas and looking for these mom and pop hole in the wall shops where nobody knows, but they have amazing doenjangjjigae and great sambap and all that. Yeah.
This is the new hip thing. It can't be popular.
Yeah.
It can't be well known.
Yeah.
And I think there's a beauty in finding these like hole in the wall places, right?
right.
Places that not a lot of people know about, places that it's hard to sort of look up and you discover. I mean, there's places, again, even for myself. I mean, there was a restaurant that I used to love going to when I lived in Sadang. And now it got so big that there's like 2 stores now.
Yeah.
And so like people are not looking for those places. They're looking for those like hidden spots. Small places. So What is it at 56%? And I also heard a lot about young people going to the traditional markets too.
Yes. So when I went to where was it? Sokcho? I think everyone, all my friends wanted to go to a traditional market and get some like seafood over there, and apparently it was famous for 닭강정 or something.
Yeah, but that place is too big though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too viral.
Okay, that's too viral for your standards. So we need to go to a more or less known.
Yes.
Local market. Okay, so for instance, I went to Jeju. I went to Seogwipo, and it was this literally a little village. There were only 10 buildings over there, houses, and there was this little traditional market, and there was this haenyeo 할머니 just selling.
That's where you gotta go.
The seafood that she freshly picked, and we used it to make ramen and all that. So I guess those are the vibes people are going for.
Yeah, I went to a restaurant in Jeju the last time I went to, and I kid you not, I was asking my wife, I was like, did you really find this place on the internet? She was like, well, kind of. I was like, what do you mean kind of? I was like, this is it's falling apart, this place.
Yeah.
And I go in there, and it is the most delicious thing ever.
Oh, yeah. And you secretly feel like, oh, I want this place to be hidden just for myself. Let's not make it famous.
And I heard that purposely they don't do all those Naver blogs or Naver reviews because if it becomes too big, it's no longer the it place.
That's very ironic.
No, it is,
as
right?
a business,
Right?
Yeah.
So we're going from loneliness of the city versus the warmth of the 할매, or the grannies, right? 할머니. People are seeking that 할머니 touch.
Yeah, I think we're all done with the hyper-capitalistic, franchises and the fancy Michelins and all that. But we're yearning for that, as you told us, the sentimental touch, the human touch we can only get from the countryside, which is kind of extinct in Seoul or the big cities over here.
You know what it's kind of like is, what is it? When you go traveling to places, you always ask the locals where they go.
Oh, right.
Never buy a tourist book.
Yeah.
Never go to restaurants that are in the tourist books.
Right.
But find someone you know and be like, hey, what's the spot that you want to go?
So what's interesting is I'm actually from Busan, right?
Yes.
So Busan is famous for 돼지국밥, pork soup.
So
and whenever somebody searches up on the internet and they say, oh, there's the 3 representative pork soup places in Busan, it's 쌍둥이, 합천, whatever.
Yeah.
The locals will always say, oh, no, don't go to those kind of places. No, why would you? There's this really hole-in-the-wall place near in my neighborhood. You need to go there. That's the best over there.
You know what the crazy thing is?
Locals will always be like
David,
that.
Speaking of 돼지국밥,
yeah.
I remember about, I want to say 15, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
I went to Busan summer vacation with my then girlfriend.
Yeah.
And we went to some traditional market.
Right.
I don't even know where it is. And we just walked into this 돼지국밥 place run by these 2 grannies. And it was probably one of the top 5 best meals I've ever had.
Yeah.
The problem is, if you told me to find that place again, I can't find it. I don't know where it is.
Those random places, they give you the best meals, unexpectedly.
And then she brought it over and she has her finger dipped into my soup.
And that's the mom's touch. That's the mom's touch. 엄마 손맛.
And that's the problem is I can't find that place anymore because I don't know the name. I don't know where it is. It's just, these are the places that people are finding right now.
Exactly.
But also, people are preferring solo travel.
Yeah, so that's a big trend as well, too. It's a big change because 29% of the MZ travelers now prefer solo trips to find personal freedom and mental healing, which 37% cite as their primary travel motivation. So people aren't going traveling for, just luxurious purposes and relaxing. They're actually trying to find themselves. They're trying to, just contemplate about their future and their freedom and all that. So yeah, a lot of people travel alone, including myself. I really enjoy that. There's just this the art of being by yourself than compared to being with your friend. Of course, it's very jolly and enjoying and entertaining. But when you're by yourself, you can just like, even if you're tasting something, you can fully taste it without any distraction. You can just gaze at the water or the sky and just think about whatever for hours without getting interrupted.
Sometimes when you go traveling with your friends or your family, you have to think about whether or not they're happy with their choices too. Whereas when you're traveling by yourself, you only need to think of for yourself.
Yes.
And so the one time that I went traveling by myself, terrible place to choose, by the way, not because the city's bad. It's just I went to Jeonju.
Okay.
A couple of years back.
That's not bad, yeah.
The reason why I say it was bad is because the food there is usually for 2 or more people.
Oh, yeah, that's a very big con for like.
So I went there by myself, and so there was so much food. So I just, I took advantage of it. I just went on a sundaegukbap tour. I just had sundaegukbap and soju with every meal. I must have been drunk 24 hours, and it was great.
Okay.
Because I didn't have to think about anyone else. I didn't bring my car. I didn't have to think about, whether the kids are going to be okay, whether my wife was going to be happy with the food, and stuff like that. It's great. I think that's why people are doing this. But there's also this like slow travel standard. What's a slow travel though?
Yeah, so in 2026, travel isn't about ticking off a checklist. It's about travel mixology, blending digital tools with raw analog experiences. So basically, you're not like planning meticulously. You're basically just going where the flow goes, and you crave more analog raw experiences. Like you don't know where you're gonna end up at, but you just find this very remote cottage and you just land there and you're like, oh, what is this?
But you know what the problem is that again, you and I, we have very similar MBTI. The big difference is you're a P.
Yeah.
I'm a power J. And so I have to plan everything out. And so I try to do what you do, like what you're saying. Don't even plan anything out. Just see where life takes you. It bothers me.
Does it?
Yes.
I don't plan anything nowadays. I literally just when I land at, let's say I'm in Florence or Italy, I'm like, oh, where should I go to in Florence? Ask ChatGPT, and I'm like, okay, there's a list. Okay, I'll just pick one and go there, something like that. So
man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Shin Bella, long time no see. I still have no guts solo traveling, but it only needs that one time. Like it can be scary at first. Your first time around because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But there's something very free about traveling by yourself.
Yes.
We're going to talk about this travel trend that we're seeing amongst young people. But guys, let us know what you prefer when it comes to traveling. You chose this song from Akmiu called Fry's Dream, 후라이의 꿈. I've never understood this song. Why did you choose this song?
So it's about the desire to just be yourself and just be free at your own pace, do nothing. Just gaze out.
I'm wondering if the fry is like the fish fry, right? I mean, like the small fish. It's called a fry.
Yeah.
You just do whatever you want, right? This is Agni with 후라이의 꿈, Fry's Dream. Oh, it's a fried egg. Why in the world would a fried egg have a dream?
Well, you know Angmyu and Lee Chan-hyuk. He always has very interesting lyrics and concepts.
Never could have been a chicken, but could not because they were getting fried? And so they're looking about what could have been,
maybe,
and stuff like that.
Maybe, yeah.
Man, I know a fry fish. It makes more sense. A little fish is called a fry, and they want to get it places, and they can, they can and stuff like that. Shin Bella says it's scary. SJ, what if I get lost? But sometimes when you get lost is when you discover some of the cool places.
Yeah.
And now in an era where, you're an adult, and now in an era where you have like the internet available for you on the phone, like
it's almost impossible to get lost nowadays. Nick
Archer says, if I would travel, it would be all alone. Me alone in South Korea is currently not an option, sadly. Why not? What? South Korea is a good place to travel by yourself, by the way.
For sure. Like, it's all connected. There's a lot of kind people. Like, unlike, actually, come to think of it, I traveled alone in California.
Yes.
And I almost died in the desert because I was alone and I wasn't prepared. So
why'd you go to the desert?
I went to Death Valley because I wanted to see how it looked like.
Are you serious?
Yeah, by myself in a car, and my car was stuck in the sand, and there was nobody around in like a 10-kilometer radius.
So it's like the hottest place in the world, Death Valley.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So do not travel alone in those kind of remote places. But Korea is fine.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Yes. Korea's okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the hip local ecosystem. People are not booking hotels and bougie places, guest houses.
Yes, hotels are boring, honestly, even to me nowadays. I intentionally book guest houses. If you go to Jeju Island, there
That's because
are...
you're single. That's good.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit too old for that. But just like as the observer itself too, it's very fun. So you have guest house culture over there.
Yeah.
And at guest houses, there are a lot of solo travelers. That's where it's the hub. And a lot of people just gather and like talk to each other, drink together. They walk around the village together.
I don't know how you're an I. There's no way an I could do that.
I actually went to an introvert guest house.
Oh, well, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like a guest house that only had the capacity of maybe like 6 people max.
Okay.
And we would just like, have a lantern on and talk about each other's lives and go to the beach together. So yeah, these guest houses, they're not the best. They're not 4-star, 5-star hotels. They're 30-year-old old buildings.
Yeah.
And you have like very squeaky bunker beds and old, blankets and all that.
You know what it is? When you're traveling, you spend most of the time outside.
Yeah.
And so the hotel or whatever area your accommodation should be the least of your worries.
Yeah.
However, there are people like myself where when you're sleeping, it has to be comfortable. I can't do that squeaky bed stuff. And so I'm not looking for 4-star, 5-star hotels.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for at least three stars.
Right. There are places like that,
It's clean. Sometimes you want that nice little, bed just done kind of feeling things too.
Yeah.
But yes, I can understand why, the guest houses are big. But this is the other crazy thing. This I can never do. But I know a lot of people who'll be interested in this.
Yeah.
The bookscape trend.
Yeah. So this is for the bookworms, the literature nerds.
Yes,
And,
yes.
actually there's a very great example for this. There's a village called the Gochang Book Village.
Yes.
And Gochang is a very rural countryside.
It is.
And it opened in late 2025, and it actually features 6 independent bookstores specializing in different genres like philosophy and ecology. Well, how do you even pronounce that? Ecology. All that. So if you really love reading books and all you want to do during your vacation is just chill at like a 30-year-old guest house and read a philosophy book, well, yeah, I respect that.
I again, as a person who don't read books, a lot of books, it baffles me.
Yeah.
But I heard there's something really like it's kind of like this. So what is it? Our DJ here at ARIRANG Radio, Iris. So she went to New York, and there's so many things to do in New York.
Yeah.
Right. She finds antique bookstores.
Oh.
And I was like, why would you want to go? And then I realized she likes books. And so for people that likes books, going to these antique bookstores is kind of like what I would say is me going to a wine shop with like vintage wines from like 1960s and 70s and 80s and going, oh my goodness, this is like, this exists. And like, there's something special about these like vintage wines. And so the same way, people are just going, there's a special feeling about these vintage bookstores.
Respect. I don't understand, honestly. Like, I would just get my iPad and go to like a beachside and read like on the Amazon books or whatever. But
they even talk about like the smell that it has. You ever have like this old book smell?
Yeah, that's probably not good for your lungs.
Yeah, people like that. It's like mildew.
I get the sentimental value of it. Yeah.
But people are going, which is why people. It's surprising that in rural areas a bookshop is not closed down. You would think it's closed down.
Yeah.
But it's popping. Everyone's going.
Right.
And then, of course, it is hip not to go to big fancy restaurants or big major supermarkets, but traditional markets. And even our listeners have been asking about traditional markets because everybody's going to the traditional markets.
Right. So actually, if you're visiting Seoul, you will definitely visit one of those traditional markets like the Gwangjang Market, or you have like flea markets as well too, like Dongmyo or whatever. And you have actually a lot of more lesser known markets in Seoul, but everyone just seems to go to Gwangjang Market for some reason. It's the most marketed one. But I like the ones near the Gyeongbokgung Palace area. There's a Tongin Shijang, Tongin Market. If you go there, there's a fun experience where you have like these old Joseon currencies,
coins. Which you could use.
Yeah, you can use it as if you're actually shopping in a traditional market, and you can get like, skewers here, tteokbokki here, some soup here, and like go to a cafeteria, eat it all together. So that's the local experience that people want.
Can I tell this to our listeners out there? Okay, so I am like, if I have visitors coming from whatever, like the U.S. and stuff, it's usually the U.S. But we even had like one of our listeners, James from the U.K. came in, and I did, showed him around. I was one of those people that always took them to the Gwangjang Market. It was my favorite place to visit.
Yep.
It is not what it used to be.
Yeah, it's packed.
It's just it just became too viral. Now I understand why people don't like that, because they start changing when they go too popular.
Yeah, they start overcharging. They decline cards and all that.
And so they're rushing the food. It doesn't taste good anymore. They're not nice anymore.
Yeah, the hygiene goes down.
It's just I wouldn't go there anymore. It's not a place I would take anybody. But however, there are a lot of, like you said, other traditional markets that haven't hit that sort of that level yet, which is also why I think people are so keeping it quiet.
Yeah.
Not talking about where they're going and not really sharing. And so, it's a traditional market's a place to go to.
Yeah.
And I can't believe this. Digital nomads in the rice fields, ladies and gentlemen. What is this all about?
So everybody knows what a digital nomad is, right?
Yeah.
You're working remote without the restriction of physical space and all that. So with the high-speed 5G internet all over Korea, it's actually possible to do fully remote work in small towns, and if we exaggerate a little bit, in rice fields as well.
Yep.
So we have workation packages. I actually went on one personally to Yeosu. There was actually a workation place over there. They had all these like elevated desks and all that, charging stations, like the nice sofas. They even had like a meeting booth inside, and it had an ocean view right in front of me. And then if you just go outside the station and go to a restaurant, they have like the best gomak 정식 and whatever. So it was a vibe, and I really loved that little 2 to 3 day retreat. I could get some fresh air, get my work done as well.
That whole area is very peaceful.
Yeah,
very quiet. It's a great place to just get your work done. And I think maybe in our previous show we've covered Yeosu as a great place for workation. We're going to continue to talk about all these trendy places that young people are doing, very opposite of what they used to do before. You chose a song from New Jeans called Bubblegum. Why?
It's a lo-fi, nostalgic city pop vibe that just complements the aesthetic of a, very trendy, renovated guest house.
All right, there you go. This is New Jeans with Bubblegum. Traveling. Jenga says, I love solo traveling when I can, but recently I do not have a lot of I do a lot of travel with my mom because she refuses to travel alone. That's good. As for getting lost, that's part of fun, though this is coming from the person whose travel friend groups have banned from being navigators because somehow it kept getting us lost. You always have that person who thinks they know the place. They know the way. And you follow them.
And you get lost together.
Lost together. I have situations like that. This is an interesting... So you have a foreigner's guide... Top picks for 2026.
Yeah.
And so you have some recommendations on these. Again, we're not talking about your usual Seoul. You're not talking about usual Busans or the Jeju's or the Gangnings, like these big places, but hidden gems.
Yeah.
So let's get the top recommendations for this year.
So I have actually been to only one of these 4 places that are recommended. So they're pretty unknown and very obscure to me. Actually, Gochang. Have you been there? Gochang?
I have not been to Gochang.
It's in Jeollabuk-do.
Okay,
I did not know that as well too.
I've heard of Gochang. It's just I don't know where it is. If you told me to pinpoint it in a map, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be near one of those like places in Jeollado where like Sunchang, Gochujang, for some reason I feel like it's going to be nearby. But apparently they are very famous for like paper and stuff, and they have like healing experiences. They have very Zen temples. There's a very famous temple called Sonunsa. So if you were into the temple experiences. My friend is actually at a temple stay right now at Haeinsa. It's actually a very popular experience. Not a lot of people think of doing, and I would definitely recommend, because there was this one time, this was in Jeollado as well too. I went to a place called Buan. It had like salt farms and all that, and I just wandered about in the region, and I stumbled upon this random temple, and it was one of the most peaceful and beautiful experiences I've ever had. I still don't even remember what that temple's name is.
This is only possible if you're a P.
Yeah.
You just find places.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But this is okay. We're gonna find out soon enough. There's an interesting trend with there's list of 4 places.
Yeah.
So Gochang's one of them. Hanpyeong. This is in Jeonnam.
Yes.
Jeollanamdo. Where's Hanpyeong?
Did you know about this place?
No.
Me neither. So Hanpyeong, it's famous for its stunning spring butterfly festival and floral landscapes. So in my mind right now, I'm dreaming of like this plain with a lot of flowers and butterflies just flying all over the place. I really don't know if that kind of place exists in Korea, but apparently it does.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
You have to understand that, again, I maybe I'll say it after we go through the whole list here. But you tell me Hanpyeong, you tell me to pinpoint Hanpyeong in the map, I might go to North Korea.
Yeah, it sounds like Hamgyong Bukdo or something.
Right? I mean, it sounds like a like a very, again, these are places.
I literally thought it was North Korea too, by the sound of it.
This is the only place no. I know the next 2.
Okay.
But I've been to only this place, Asan.
Asan,
which is in Chungcheongdo.
Yes, I only know it because of the famous hospital. The Asan Hospital, right?
But that's not in.
Is it not even in Asan?
No, that's in Seoul, man.
Oh, is it? Okay, maybe it's not even the region name. Maybe it's like a surname for somebody. But anyways, yes, Asan is a region in Chungcheong, and it's known for its historic hot springs.
Yes.
I didn't even know Korea had hot springs.
Oh, there's actually a lot of places that have hot springs.
Okay,
yeah.
And it's perfect for those looking for a wellness retreat near Seoul.
I will tell you this, though. There are parts of Asan where it's very touristy, and I've been there with my family. There's a water park there.
Oh.
And there's a hot spring.
Is it Pugok Hawaii? Is that place?
No.
Okay, I'm just throwing out random
our producer
stuff.
knew where it was. I forgot
Okay.
the name, but he knows the name. I've been there, and then we stayed in a hotel, and then it was just surrounded by like everyone was like, it was like hot spring everywhere, they said.
Yeah. Wow, I need to go there then.
But
okay.
yeah, it's you have to find the hidden gems for these places. There are a lot of places where it's really nice.
Yeah.
Muju.
Oh, this place.
Jeollabukdo.
Yes, I've been here. Muju is quite famous because of its ski resort. Everyone knows about that. It has mountain vibes, world-class skiing, and it offers a superhuman scale of nature because when I was there, I was just surrounded by mountains and mountains and mountains, and you drive through like the ridges and all that, and you're just like a part of nature. And I went to this you might be very interested. There was this very random cave. It's like an actual cave. I don't know if it's natural or not, but
Wine cellar.
Wine.
Right? Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you know that place? Yeah. I was like,
they used the cave as a wine cellar because it's so actually there's a Muju wine festival.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, no wonder. I was like, why is there a wine cellar cave here?
So they used the cave as a cellar because it's
Okay.
like perfect temperature
Yeah.
and like humidity and stuff like that. And so I don't ask me why. No, I'm sounding like an alcoholic here. But I think Muju is also the home of martial arts here in Korea.
Is it?
Yeah, I think I heard that somewhere.
Okay.
Like Taekwondo was formed in Muju or something like that. So like anybody like that likes martial arts, it's nice. But
okay.
notice the trend here though.
Yeah.
It's Jeonbuk,
Yeah.
Jeonnam, and then Chungcheongdo, but then it's like Chungcheong. I think this is like Chungcheong. I think Assam is Chungcheongbukdo, I think,
Yeah.
maybe. And so it's close to like Chungcheong, or is it Jeonbuk?
Yep.
And then Jeonbuk again. 전라도 area, that area.
Yeah.
People don't travel there, but when you do, there's a lot of great places, and there's always a guarantee for 전라도. What's the guarantee?
Food?
Yes.
Yes.
Food is always good.
Right.
Food will always be good in 전라도 areas.
They have very unique and strong spices.
Yeah.
Yeah. The flavor is very rich.
Oh, it's very rich. I've never. This is funny because both my parents are like they're 경상도 people, but I told them straight up, kimchi just tastes. The 전라도 kimchi tastes better.
Yeah.
The 전라도 food just tastes better, which is why I chose Jeonju, which was a bad choice because it was just too much food. But these are great places.
Yeah.
But also, I want to kind of round things out here. Do you think maybe the trend that we're seeing here is people going to unknown places? They're going to small places.
Yeah.
Is it because everybody has made posts and everybody has done videos with the touristy places?
Yeah.
And in order to get the clicks, you have to find places that have not been discovered. You have to be the first to discover these places.
I actually kind of agree to that because even if you apply that logic to travel YouTubers, nowadays, nobody watches a video about, Los Angeles, New York. You have to go to somewhere like Oklahoma, Alabama, and like this obscure village. It's for like pilots living all there, and those one gets the clicks. So I think it applies to Korea as well too. Like people have been to where Busan. They've been to Sokcho.
Jeju. They've been all over the places.
If you make a vlog about Muju and Hanpyeong, people will be like, oh, I've never been there. Let me try it out. And I never knew that it had spring butterfly festivals. So.
Which is why I think, good. You guys know him. Good buddy of mine, Austin Givens. He's a food travel YouTuber. The reason why I think he got big is because he started going to these like small places no one has heard of.
Yeah.
Because he was just genuinely curious. And this is what people are doing. No one wants to find out about places you already know.
Well, you know what's surprising though? Like even for foreigners, they go to Hanok guest house nowadays in like rural cities.
Yeah.
My friend actually operates one in Andong.
Oh,
that's
a big area.
It's a big area, but like foreigners usually don't go there. They just stay in Seoul, Busan, Jeju.
Andong makes very good sojus, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
David, this is fun stuff. Makes me want to start to get the travel bug again. But have a fantastic rest of your week. We'll see you again on Monday.
Okay, thank you.
And sending him out of the studio, this is I with Ascendio.